Hello, fellow simmers. Have you ever been studying Greek architecture and wondered what the holy cow plant any word in the description of a Greek column means? Well, in this series, my sim self and I will be filling you all in on 141 architectural terms, so you will know all of the ins and outs on that dream home you'll never be able to afford. The first word on our list is classical architecture. Simply put, it is the actual architecture, or architecture modeled after the buildings, of ancient Greece and Rome. Number 2 is classical figurative statuary. These are statues of men and women dressed in ancient Grecian or Roman attire. We can see two statues, one of a man and woman, on both sides of the doorway. Number 3 is order. Order is a classical style of architecture defined by the particular type of column and entablature, or the horizontal moldings and bands supported by the columns, they use as a basic unit. The three primary orders used in ancient Greece and ancient Rome are the Doric order, the Ionic order, and the Corinthian order. Speaking of columns, a column is a supporting pillar consisting of a base, a cylindrical shaft, and a capital on top of the shaft. Here we can see the base on the bottom, the cylindrical shaft in the middle, and the capital at the very top. Number 5 is fluting, the shallow vertical grooves in the shaft of a column or pilaster. Of the three primary orders, the oldest and most plain is the Doric order. These columns are stout with a shallowly fluted shaft, plain capital, and no base. The second oldest is the Ionic order. These ones are tall and slender and have more flutes than the Doric. They're characterized by a capital with prominent volutes, which we can see the arrows pointing at the top. They look like little curly cues, and an elegantly molded base. The final order is the Corinthian order, a variation of the Ionic. This order is the flashiest of the three with its tall acanthus leaf and 4 volute capital, molded base, and slender fluted shaft. You can see the arrow is pointing at the little leaves inside the capital of the first column, which is a representation of acanthus leaves. The last two orders are adaptations by the Romans of the three primary orders we just went over. The Tuscan order is the much plainer Roman adaptation of the Doric. It has an unfluted shaft and simple echinus abacus capital. The arrows here are pointing at both the echinus, the circular block that bulges outward at the uppermost portion of the column, and the abacus itself is the square block that directly supports the entablature above. And the last one is the composite order. Composed by the Romans, it is a combination of the last two Greek orders wherein the capital contains both volutes from the Ionic and acanthus leaves from the Corinthian. Last on our list is Parthenon. The Parthenon, as many of you may be aware, is one of the most iconic buildings of the classical world. It is a Greek building that was erected in Athens around 440 BCE. The Parthenon temple was built in honor of the Greek goddess Athena. It was ringed with 46 columns and crowned by 2 pediments containing a wealth of sculptural detail. Its stonework was originally brightly colored, but its paint's long since worn off. A large gilt statue of Athena also once stood inside the temple, but here on the gallery we can see multiple examples of the Parthenon that simmers like yourself have built and submitted. Many of them are really beautiful. Some of them, have taken some artistic liberties, but they all look really great. But that will be it for today. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Make sure you check back for our next episode and the next 10 words on our list, and I will hopefully see you all then. Thanks. Bye-bye.